Hello, and welcome to the 5G Summit, Day 3 post-lunch. Thank you for sticking with us. We have some great announcements to make, as well as solutions that bring a lot of these topics together that you have seen today, yesterday, and the day before. But before we start, I do have a video clip to show you. Over to you, please.
The spaces where we live, work, and play are transforming, evolving to meet the needs of modern society, building on seamless infrastructure that will guide industries, communities, and entire cities into the future. Deployable, scalable technologies virtually anywhere with intelligence at the edge. It starts with Qualcomm IoT Technologies and the digital transformation of connected spaces, both small and large. Our Smart Cities Accelerator ecosystem is designed to connect enterprises and municipalities with hardware and software developers, end-to-end solution providers, and everyone in between. Qualcomm IoT Services Suite, enabled by our ecosystem members, creates and deploys smart applications as a service to digitally transform industries like education, healthcare, logistics, transportation, agriculture, retail, and so many others. All of these smart verticals are building the foundation and momentum needed to soon realize that our favorite places, businesses, and services are part of something larger. The connected industries and smart cities of tomorrow. IoT begins with Qualcomm.
IoT does begin with Qualcomm. We create foundational technologies, we take groundbreaking silicon, but all this for driving the digital transformation with end-to-end solutions. What we have built to address the fragmentation in the industry is to have a platform that attaches to all of our ecosystem products and really provide an easy way for customers, not just my customers, but your customers, to launch an IoT service, all driving on a strong backbone of 5G private networks. Whether it is an SoC or the compute that we have on the edge, as well as putting all of these together in an easy-to-use platform to make IoT as a service is what we have today. The only way this piece of the puzzle, and we all know that we struggle with making IoT services a reality, is to really bring all of the capabilities of the cloud, as well as the edge AI on the device, and these are the physical edge of the device, connecting them intelligently and making sure that the benefits of both the device and the cloud are seamlessly brought together. Now, when we do that, we are going to see some transformational changes that addresses some very specific problems that we are well aware of in the industry. The critical infrastructure that is needed for the digital transformation requires integration to multiple systems. And these systems could be already existing in the industry per vertical. They could be products that you have already been using but never got the value of services around it. And making sure that these solutions are scalable. For our customers, we have built 400 plus Smart Cities Accelerated products and members who feed into this ecosystem. That ecosystem helps us to seamlessly connect all of the types of IoT devices into a higher layer where I can do device management, I can do the cloud functions very easily, so that we have the true digital transformation expertise that is easy for our customers to launch. What we have is not only path-breaking silicon, but also the platform on the top, along with highly customized services for each of these industries. Now, this customization has a key AI component to it, the edge compute, as well as the backbone of connectivity, which is the 5G private network. And all of the higher layers in the typical protocol stack, whether it is middleware or device management, value-added services, are all bundled together. And together, what we have is the Qualcomm IoT Services Suite offering. We did all of that by harnessing the power of digitization across multiple verticals, whether it is utilities, whether it is traffic monitoring, whether it is public safety, or building a digital equity program, connectivity for all, for across citizens, for smart cities and smart communities. When we do that, we now have 30+ smart vertical solutions that are a complete end-to-end solutions that are designed to work out of the box. If I am a smart airport, if I am a smart community looking to build a digital divide, we have this entire solution portfolio that we offer to make sure that each of these industry customers have an easy way to launch IoT services. These are commercial-ready, deployment-ready, hardened solutions that are end-to-end. The way we do this is to have a complete, dedicated private network that includes all the components of a private network, whether it is RAN, whether it is the core, or the ability to do RAN management, subscriber management for that data connectivity, but at the same time, making sure that the entire services portfolio that has the edge compute and the AI and the services all built together, working hand in glove to make sure that these solutions are bubbled up for a typical use case. This entire offering meshes the private network capability as well as the end-to-end services portfolio that puts a smart X as a service together. Now, that could be a smart factory, that could be a smart warehouse, airports, hospitals, education, you name it. When a customer looks at it and says, hey, I just want to get better service out of my airport or a warehouse, we have this complete end-to-end solution as a package. I want to give you a few examples of what we have launched commercially. Let's look at a smart stadium. We go to an event at a stadium. Of course, we always complain about the high cost of food. We also complain about how expensive it is to get in. But if we have a good experience in the stadium, that makes us feel that it was worth it. Now, how can we use technology to make that fan experience substantially better? Think of, as I reserve my ticket, the entire journey of the particular fan to make it easy to get to the stadium. And once they are at the stadium, ability to easily navigate to where my seat is, that's the easy part. But then, during the entire course of my stay at the stadium, if I know what is the queue length of the pizza, what's the queue length of the beer line that's out there, that I can easily access and make sure it is almost kind of seamless for me. That entire experience is what we have built. Apart from that, the stadium operations are pretty complex. It is almost chaos built in a box for the operators of the stadium, for the owners of the stadium, as well as the safety and security. So we have built-in solutions that all work over the private network, doing edge compute AI on the cameras themselves, bringing all of that intelligence to know, hey, is there a fight going on? Can I proactively figure out how to do crowd management and making sure that the crowds move across the stadium in and out very, very seamlessly. Now, all of this requires a very strong backbone of connectivity, and it's an area that's almost a perfect fit for a private network. All of the smart solutions that we have put together run seamlessly on the private network and expose all of these smart solutions in a smart stadium context. Not only are we engaging with fans inside of the stadium, but we now have technologies with the low latency networks to bring that experience to the fans that are outside. So imagine there are 30,000 fans in the stadium. I have a great experience. But how can the 3 million or 30 million fans watching this game get that same experience? So we have technologies now that we have implemented that gives you the perspective of the action that is going on at the field. Imagine a 360 camera that's always on a player or on a referee that gives you that inside-out view. Most of the cameras today that you look at it are outside in. But how do we get into that action and make sure that this data, this experience of that camera running on a private network goes all the way to a viewer who's probably 100 miles away from the stadium, but get that same feel by experiencing that digital twin of the game. That could be done with multiple technologies. It could be XR, it could be VR, or it could be the same smartphone that you have in your hand. We have made sure that that fan experience is seamless across the board. There are also operations within the stadium that makes it very, very compelling to have a private network and everything integrated around it. In a typical stadium, there are around a few thousand of workers who come in just to service for the game. How do we streamline operations for them? How do we know where the workers are? How do we know that entry and access to the stadium is really seamless? So when you go to get that beer or pizza, we know that that inventory is there and there are people there to support you with it. This entire package is what we have as a smart stadium package that we have launched. Another example for us is, let's look at a smart warehouse. We have all been used to ordering a package and almost assuming and expecting that this package is delivered to me in a few hours of time. But what happens behind the scenes to make that a reality? Imagine a warehouse where I can do precise positioning of all the goods in the warehouse. Now, just having location is not that great, but when I add asset condition monitoring services built on the top, that means it's going to tell me, or the sensors are going to tell me, whether these temperature-sensitive goods have ever been in their journey from manufacturing to delivery to distribution, has ever exceeded their own limits. Not only that, the fetching of these goods from these shelves to the delivery person is now automated because I now have the private 5G network backbone to enable robots to fetch these goods as well as navigating through these aisles. Asset tracking, access control, as well as an intelligent command center imagine if I am the owner of the warehouse, I need to know where my goods are, who is accessing it, who is allowed to get these goods from A to B. All of these running on the backbone of the private 5G network is what we offer in a smart warehouse solution. Apart from that, you have seen our announcement on our EB6 robotic platform that allows now automation of multiple functions within the smart warehouse that could involve maybe cleaning up the warehouse, it could involve fetching of goods, but could it also helps us to automate multiple steps along the way. We have put all of these together in one simple to use package, all running over private 5G for a smart warehouse. Smart communities. We have experienced digital divide across the board. And one of the ways that we have tackled is to build this digital divide by using the free spectrum, at least in the US CBRS band, to allow communities and municipalities to offer data connectivity as one of the utilities. Today we get water, we get power. Why not data connectivity as an offering for these smart communities? We have built systems that are highly integrated, but are also very easy to launch. You do not need a 200-person mini data operator to launch this. It is integrated enough that a 2-person IT department can run this entire network on their own. So highly integrated. All the functions are utilized from a user perspective to be able to launch this at a wide area. Think of it as a city or a community. Now that alone is not enough. Connectivity alone is not enough. What would a citizen use this connectivity for? We have tried to package those solutions also together. Let's take an example of streetlights. No matter where you go, most of the communities and cities have streetlights. If I can multi-purpose that real estate that I have on the streetlight to other things, and that's fantastic. For example, we have partners who have built-in products that are able to detect flood levels at every street corner when there's water rising. Simple use case, but I'm able to do that because I'm running the AI on the edge, on some of the vision sensors that are inbuilt into these streetlights. Not only that, they also act as a Wi-Fi hotspot. So next time when you go to the smart cities, if you're not having good connectivity, just go under the streetlight and you'll get great coverage. And it is self-organizing. What that means is if one of the lights goes off, I don't have to go redesign. The entire network is still alive, it's self-configuring, and make sure that the data from A to B goes across. We are big believers of multi-technologies that serves multiple use cases. So this just happens to be a IoT hub, a 5G and a 4G private network distribution system. It just happens to have an LED that illuminates the street corner. Another way to look at it is at the traffic systems. All of us in any city that we are always complain about traffic. Never seems to get better. But if I'm able to use technology to better streamline so you don't feel that this traffic is getting worse and works seamlessly, is what we have built. These are IoT sensors that use not just cameras, but multiple other sensors to regulate the flow across multiple intersections, helps safety scenarios by using cellular V2X technology in these near accident imminent scenarios where I could prevent it, all happening at a traffic intersection. This entire data, this entire way of optimizing is now built into a very simple network operations center that the city can use, the city employees can use. This is what will happen when you have superior connectivity across all of the cities. There are obvious uses for this related to metering, related to make sure that the water, energy, and other utilities are effectively used by all the citizens and prevent losses. All of that is baked into our Smart Communities program. Now, this could be a complete greenfield scenario where I'm building a new city, which we have in various parts of the world, but also works with existing systems that we have. That could be a traffic management center that you might already have. That might be a program for LED lighting that the communities might already have. The IoT Services Suite platform works as a system on a system, system by a system, or because we have made sure that it is truly an open environment for multiples of the systems to collaborate with each other. In summary, what we have is not only are we solving a key technology problem, but we have a very unique business model to help drive this digital transformation across multiple industries. 5G private networks are going to change a lot of these industries, and we want to be in the driving seat to put these entire offerings together. And through our ecosystem of 400 plus partners today, we have little over 30 smart verticals, complete packages that are designed to work straight out of the box. And these segments are ready for commercial deployment. Our end-to-end solutions, they do deliver a complete chip-to-cloud solution. Combining that with the strong backbone of a 5G private network connectivity is going to be a game changer. And we truly believe that having a complete package solutions will drive adoption, will increase performance utilization across the board. Thank you.